welcome back to my channel Code with AI. Today we'll be looking at forms and how forms are used in a website or a web app. So let's dive in. So forms are used to take input from users on a website or a web app. And forms are very essential or key factor of a website because you can actually use them in taking, let's say you might have seen a contact form, let's say enter your name, or a comment section where you have to enter your name, your username, and your email, or even let's say a login page. So those are form attributes. And now a form comes with what we call inputs. So it is those inputs that now define what type of character we're going to be entering in the input. So we'll start by saying we have a form tag. So this action is not really needed, so let's remove it. So it's when we get later into things. So what we call inputs. So this is the inform tag, having the input tag too. So the input tag is a single tag, just have an attribute. You don't need the closing tag for it. So now the types of input, we have the text input, we have the email type of input, we have the password type of input, we have the radio box and the checkbox, and those are different type of inputs. And now before we get into that, so let's change it. Password, let's spell it correctly. Let's make this one email, let's make this one checkbox, and let's make this radio. Now for us to actually differentiate what type of text, what type of input it is, since this is a text box, we can actually say label. So we use the label tag for that to give the label to the type of input we want. So put label, can say for text. Let's Ctrl C. Put it on this for Ctrl V. Oh, sorry, Ctrl Z. So let's Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Can say for password. So I'm putting in the label so we can understand what type of input is that. Ctrl V. So let's change this to for email, and this Ctrl V, Z. We have a checkbox, and lastly Ctrl V for radio. Now let's go to our browser and we'll refresh. So okay, for text, I made a mistake here, so we'll correct it. For password, for email, and for checkbox, and for radio. So label is used to tell the type of input it is and the input type. So let's text anything can go to that, like I told you. Okay, my name is Code with AI. Password, so no, it's it turns it into a password like type of thing of content. For email, code@gmail.com. Then we'll operate our checkbox. Like I said, check in the box. Simple, just take it like that. Check in the box. Then radio, like in a goes. So I in our last class I might have mentioned what we call the BR, which is the break line tag. So let's use our break line tag to separate these things. So this is our label, and at the end of the input for this one to go down, we put our BR here. break line tag. So let's do that for all. BR and BR. So it doesn't need to be in the last input. So when we refresh, you can see all has fell into place. Yeah. So for forms, we have other types of things too. Like we have our text area and a select option. So let's dive into that. So let's check out how the text area works. So inside the form, say text area, uh, text area. So this is not actually needed. What is needed is the column and row. So in your text area, it looks like this. So the column and the row is used for the length and breadth of your website. So like the name suggests, this is for the row. Like when you want it, like the row is the height and the column is the breadth. So let's change it. Let's see if it is like that. 100, let's say play 100 for the row, so I can actually know the difference for the column. Sorry. So you see the column has increased for the width. As you take it to 100, it's increased. And let's take the row to, like, let's say 50. So refresh, you see. So let's make it something like 30, so we can, it's more sizable. You see 30. So that is the difference. That is what checkbox is used for. So as you all know, let's take this BR here so as to make that. So let's go back to our website, refresh. You see it fell under. So that is for the text area. Now what if you want an input to select from multiple options? Let's say you want your user to select multiple options. How do we do that? We say we have a tag called the select tag. This and this is not needed for now. Remove this. That's the ID VS code bringing that for us. Then inside the select tag, like now you want people to select different options. So take it like that. You put in your select, then you want people to select different options. So you put in your options. What options do you want it to be in that select tag? So let's take 1, 2, 3. Okay, Control Z. Let's take 3. So in your select option, your option, you have your value, then you have what you want it to be. So let's say you want your select to have let's say a name of animals, let's say dog. So in here you have to put in the same value, dog. Cat, come here to cat. Well, the value does not really mean it should match, but good practice. So here you say bird, and here you say bird. So when we refresh this, it is here. So let's put our B arrow at the end. So let's reduce this by 10, 10. Then at the end of the text area, we put our B arrow to differentiate. So we refresh. So you see it has became so lean. So now we see the select option. So you have cat, dog, and bird. So we can also use the input, the label type, the label to know. So we can say animals, animals. So when we refresh, you can see animals. On refresh, you can see animals. So that is it for that. And that is how you use your inputs in your forms and the types of inputs you can have in your forms. So if you really like this video, give a thumbs up, or you like it, you share and subscribe. Next time, bye.